Ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant good evening. Louis Sports Network coming back at you really quick. I just finished doing the Clippers and the Suns game, and I did give a little bit of analysis after the game with the Clippers winning 115-110. But we're going to do this right now just real quick, just for another little short video. Guys, make sure to hit the like, hit the subscribe, make sure to share. Make sure you're sharing on your social media platforms. And those post notifications are turned on. Truly appreciate it. Hope everybody enjoyed the stream that was able to be on live, and shout out to my subscribers. Definitely appreciate y'all. Like as always say, without you, there is no me. Peace and blessings as always. On to the video. So as I mentioned, Clippers win by 5. And some notable things that I've noticed from the game. Kawhi Leonard scores 38 points, 13 of 24 from the field, over 50%. 3 out of 5 from three-point range, so he didn't attempt a lot of three-point shots. Made 3 threes. And then got to the line 10 times, made 9 out of 10 free throws. Kawhi Leonard with a 50-60% 90 game, 50-60-90 in his first playoff game back since Game 4 of the 2021 NBA playoffs, when he had a partial ACL tear against the Utah Jazz in Game 4 while he was at Staples Center, when it was still known as Staples Center at that time. Anyway, Kevin Durant with 27 points. He had 11 assists and 9 rebounds on a near triple-double. Got going in the second half, but he did not play well in the first half. I thought the Clippers, they did a good job with their cross matches. They switched everything for the most part. Kevin Durant struggled in the first half, picked it up a little bit in the second half. In the third quarter, he actually did not even attempt a shot, and he was able to get 6 of his 9 assists at the time in the third quarter, and the Suns were making the comeback. But part of the reason for that, ladies and gentlemen, was because the Clippers were making unforced errors with turning the ball over. But at the same time, I also got to give Devin Booker a lot of credit. I thought he was great actively with his defense. I thought defensively, that was the best defense I've seen Devin Booker ever play. Like him and KD defensively, I thought they did an excellent job. You got to give Torrey Craig a lot of credit for the Phoenix Suns. He had 22 big points. Where would the Suns were going to be without him? And then you look at the Clippers. They just dominated the offensive glass, though. The key for the game, Russ was the defensive hero of this game. He was the 3 for 19 is alarming. I mean, it's not. It's normal. It's what I mean by normal is that Russ has done this many times before in terms of his bad shooting nights. But what I'm trying to say is that Russ did such a great job not letting his offense affect his other areas. He had 10 rebounds, 5 huge offensive rebounds, and the Suns did a terrible job with their defensive rebounding. 15 of 4 on the offensive glass. Zubac and Russ had 9 of them, 9 of the 15 in the starting lineup. The bench gave you 6 offensive rebounds, along with the Suns bench getting outscored 34-10 in the game. There's that factor. Then there's Chris Paul, 6 points. I know he did other things, but the problem is that Kevin Durant being a decoy for too long, he didn't really impose his will in the game in the fourth quarter. Kawhi Leonard had 13 points. Durant had 5? He outscored him 13-5 in the fourth quarter. I could be wrong. One of you guys can correct me if that was not the total points scored by the 2 superstars in the fourth quarter. And then Kawhi Leonard with 2 dagger threes, and then Eric Gordon hits a 3 after missing 3 threes really badly. So now Phoenix has got a couple of problems. Their lack of bench and their inability to rebound the ball on the defensive glass. Those are 2 big problems. And that's with the fact that the Clippers were coughing the ball up like crazy in the third quarter. The Clippers turned the ball a lot in the second half when the Suns made their run and they take the lead. And then people forget the Clippers went on an 11-3 run to tie the game after Phoenix was taking control. So another problem is Durant not imposing his will in the fourth quarter to take over. The Suns were shooting too quick in the shot clock, almost if they were scared. Let's put it up before the defense gets set. I felt like the plays weren't really running anything. The Suns went to a man-to-man defense, and then when Kawhi Leonard started to pick it up, offensively, they decided to double him. And give the Clippers a lot of credit, though. Russ was the defensive MVP of this game. The defensive MVP, clearly. But Russ has got to do a better job of attacking the basket, not be so reckless and careless with the ball, because he was not only shooting the Clippers out of the game in that third quarter, but he was also turning the ball over too, as well as the Clippers as a team. And then the Suns the Clippers did miss 6 free throws, but like they more than made up for it with the opportunities that they got, even though Phoenix outshot the Clippers percentage-wise 49-44. Those offensive rebounds, I'm sorry, but the Suns are going to have to do a better job. And where was DeAndre Ayton? 18 points and 8 rebounds are not as impactful as Zubac's 12 and 15. They just weren't. 4 big offensive rebounds by Zubac. I felt like DeAndre Ayton was just out there. I'm even surprised he even scored 18 points because I felt like he scored less than that because I just felt like he wasn't even out there. It was like I saw only Devin Booker and Kevin Durant and Torrey Craig. They each had 20 points. But Paul and Ayton really didn't give you anything. So, Clippers get a big one, and give a shout out to Ty Lue with his rotations. Here's the thing. They play better when Paul George is not on the floor, in my opinion. And also, Marcus Morris wasn't on the floor neither. Thank goodness. Now, the next thing that they really have to do, if I'm the Clippers, with Russell Westbrook, play under control. Try to get better shots. Don't throw up any type of wild shots. And continue to do what you did in game 1 with the defense, because your off-ball defense was excellent. On-ball defense was not the best, but I thought in the fourth quarter his on-ball defense was the best all game. So I thought his off-ball defense was better than his on-ball, but especially down in the fourth quarter down the stretch. He did foul Devin Booker with the left hand, but they didn't get the foul call. But it was still a big play anyway. It would have forced Devin Booker to go to the free throw line, or at least to try to cut the lead. But something told me the Clippers were going to win the game, especially those 3 threes really hurt the Phoenix Suns. They really hurt. Those are some daggers. And then give Russ and Eric Gordon credit knocking down 4 big free throws down the stretch in the fourth quarter. Phoenix cannot play like this down the stretch or they're not going to win this series. And Suns had pressure from what happened last year. As soon as Kevin Durant got traded, they were going to get even more pressure. And like I said, losing Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson, they could have used those 2 guys right now in this playoff series. They could have used them, but they don't have that. And it's like, who can the Suns depend on off the bench? 10 points isn't going to get it done. You have to rely on your starters to play heavy minutes. And Chris Paul played, 40 minutes and only gave you 6 points? 3 guys in the starting lineup give you 20. You get nothing from your bench. 2 players only have 4 points on the bench. 34-10 in the bench, 15-4 on the offensive glass, despite the turnovers by the Clippers. That's not going to get it done. So the Clippers steal. I don't even call it a steal, but it's a big win. Clippers get the game 1, 115-110. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Game 2 is on Tuesday. Phoenix got to bounce back to tie the series. Let me know in the comments section. Does Phoenix tie the series, or do you see the Clippers going up 2-0? Let me see in the comments section. Bless up, live, laugh, love. Thank you guys for watching.